Good morning. Today I just wanted to talk about a phrase that I had actually forgotten existed, if that makes any sense. I came across it the other day. I'm on many different journeys. Everybody is. Everybody's on a lot of journeys, but I'm on a lot of different journeys. I'm on some forever journeys, some short-term journeys, some just getting started journeys, some journeys I've been on my whole life. I'm on my relationship with God journey. I'm on my learning to be a Christian journey. I'm on my becoming a better me journey. I'm on a writing journey, a literary journey, then they're not really the same. Seeking representation journey. I'm on a weight loss journey. I'm on, a career journey. A couple of careers. And this phrase came up the other day, and it kind of dawned on me that I've come a long way. Not that I came. I was brought a long way by God Himself. I mean, the life that I'm living is nothing short. And I don't have any money. I'm not one of those that really has $10,000 in the bank, and I'm sitting there saying I really don't. You can look at my clothes and my wardrobe and all that, and you can tell I don't. But I have something that is worth so much more, and so few people accept that in their lives. Just because you don't have a lot of money doesn't mean you're not rich. So the phrase, you have to forgive me for the quality. The phrase that I came across was good problems. And I have those. Some of you know the journey I've been on. Some of you know a little bit about some of you know about my past, and some of you know more about my past, and some of you know less about my past. But I was an active drug user 12 years ago. I say I was an addict because I have an addictive personality. When I go after something, I go after it with everything I have. I consider myself an addict. Some people say I was, some people say I wasn't. That makes no difference. I was an active drug user, and I was happy about it. Smoking, drinking, doing a lot of things I really had no business doing. Things I had never done in my life. Things I would have never done in my life. Prior to anyway, I came out of the addiction. I came out of that life that I was living. I am relatively unharmed, although I have done damage to my body and probably my mind and my soul, but I am relatively unharmed. And all that's glory to God. I mean, He saw something in me when I was still covered in filth. I'm still covered in filth, but I was laying in the proverbial ditch, covered in just junk, and the world didn't look at me. Nobody looked at me. I wasn't worth anything. And worst of all, I wasn't worth anything to myself. But God still saw something in me. And He didn't let me lose my motivation, my muse, my motivation, my reason for hanging on to anything. I was doing things that were bad, but I had too little reasons to keep going. And He never took them away from me. Even though I wasn't a great parent, I got to still keep being a parent. So it kept me going. I didn't give up, even though I was in the trenches. I never surrendered, child will be picking on me now. Because I cried. Shut up. Anyway, the thing is, I came across this phrase the other day, and it was called good problems. And I've had a lot of bad problems. I have had vehicle after vehicle after vehicle, which mechanics will just look at me and go, you really shouldn't be driving that, you know. Things that just happen that don't happen to anybody else. My tire rod broke while I was in the church parking lot. My other one broke on the way to the mechanics as I was driving next, you know, well, I had gotten the one fixed and I was on the way to get the other one fixed, and I was driving beside a 18-wheeler when I felt it break on the highway. I mean, things like that. There were times when there were times when I should have died from some of the stuff that I was doing. I have been on my knees screaming and crying and begging God, going, I know you're there, but what am I learning? This broke it, you know. I never gave up faith in Him. I never lost faith in Him. I just couldn't understand what He was doing. And now I'm on this journey that is a lifelong dream. I have just started the other end of it, which I never thought I would. I always wanted to write. As a kid, I wrote constantly. Every time you saw me, I had a pen and a pencil and a piece of paper in my hand, creating some story, or, you know, writing some kind of article, or doing something. I've always written. This is little I did it. But I never dreamed of publishing anything. It just... My mother died begging me to publish something. And I just never did. That wasn't part of it. I didn't want to do that part. I didn't want to engage in the commercialism of my craft. I just wanted to write. And I basically gave up writing for roughly 20 years because I am so immersed in projects that I get very angry, and I dealt very much with anger. I still deal with anger badly. And my kids may come into the room and say, hey, we want a cookie, or we want a hot dog, or we're hungry, or we're, you know, some little something. Mama, I got a potty. And I would get mad at them for living. And the whole time I'm sitting there, I'm doing this for you, but you're distracting me from doing things for you. Well, they were asking me to do things for them, you know. My good problem is I have to get out of my comfort zone. And that's difficult for me. I don't travel. I'm traveling now. I'm going to work. I'm going to a job that I love the place that I work. I love the job that I do. I love the people that I work with. I don't like the pressure. It is really, really hard. If you know anything about me, when you get behind that glass, it's a whole different world back there. It's really rough right now. It's really hard. But I still love it. And I will do it as long as I can. I won't kill myself for them, but I'll do it as long as I can. Anyway, the point is that I'm tired because I'm staying up at night researching literary agents and trying to write and trying to get this life going. And things are starting to happen. So I'm having to make hard decisions now. Do I want to do this? Do I want to do that? I'm having to consciously get my mind ready for, I may have to do a book tour. I mean, if I get to going, I may have to do a book tour. That means I'm going to have to get out of my house. I'm going to have to get in my vehicle. I'm going to have to drive to places, be sitting at a table in front of a crowd of people who may or may not be there to see me. And, oh, wow, that's way out of my comfort zone. Hold on just a second.